Hello there guys, and welcome to this P3D video. Just Flight recently released the Prepar3D Arrow III. This aircraft was developed by the Just Flight in-house development team. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the interior and exterior modeling of the aircraft systems, and we will conclude with a short flight around Valdez Airport here in southern Alaska to assess the aircraft's behavior up in the air. In terms of the exterior modeling of the aircraft, the Just Flight development team has really done a phenomenal job in creating the aircraft to look exactly like its real-world counterpart. It comes, of course, in 4K textures, and I've compared real footage of the Prepar3D to this aircraft, and let me tell you, it's pretty much spot on. The amount of detail and really everything has been modeled to look exactly like the real aircraft. I can really appreciate the amount of work that has gone into modeling this aircraft, including all the reflections of the glass and the aircraft fuselage, as well as the propellers and the blades here in the front. If you look here, look at those blades. They look absolutely phenomenal. Moving to the 3D cockpit, you can see that the Just Flight development team has done a phenomenal job in creating an authentic, immersive, and highly detailed 3D cockpit in this Prepar3D. Everything really has been done with an excruciating amount of detail and with a lot of finesse. If you look here at the panel work right over here and down here, if we just move a little bit here forward, look at that. Look at the texture work here, looking very, very realistic and highly immersive. Look at that yoke and all the scratches here. Gives you that, old and rusty look, which is very, very commendable. In terms of the exterior and interior modeling, I think the development team at Just Flight has really done a remarkable job. And this is really a very, very high standard, very high quality recreation of the actual aircraft. As it is normally the case with my first impressions videos, is that I don't go through everything in great detail. But there are a few options in this aircraft which I'd like to show you guys. And one is in the add-on menu. You are able to switch from cold and dark to ready for takeoff states or vice versa. And there is this very cool feature here which toggles the auto fuel selector. Now, once your engines are running, the aircraft starts consuming fuel from the selected fuel tank. And if you don't change the fuel tanks as you fly, you will probably create some imbalance in the fuel weight in the aircraft. So you should actually change the fuel selector every the tank. You should change the fuel tank every 10 minutes or so. But if you are forgetful like I am, then there is this feature where you can turn auto fuel selector on, and it will automatically change the fuel tank every 10 minutes or so. This aircraft, of course, supports the GTN 650 and 750 Garmin devices. Okay, another thing that I like about this aircraft is the service module. Now, it's not exactly a modern interface, not kind of like the A2A service modules, but there's a lot of room for improvement, and hopefully this aircraft will receive updates in the future. So let me show you the service module, and it's right over here. So if we click this guy, it will open the aircraft service door right there, and you are now able to refill oil. Sorry, oil was the first one, fuel, so we can go to 50%. We can check the oil quantity, which is now 8, which is full, and there is also the recharge the battery. Now, this aircraft simulates some failures, one of which is draining the battery. So if you leave things on and you exit P3D, you come, later on to find out that your battery has been completely drained. There are also other failures simulated in this aircraft, the spark plug failure, and that normally happens when you're at low RPM. If you taxi with low RPM and the mixture is not rich, then I think that will probably cause your spark plugs to fail very quickly. And the other thing is vapor lock is also simulated in this aircraft. So what we're going to be doing now is we're going to take it for a flight, but I do want to show you the logbook. So you have a logbook and you can log all your flights here. And the way you do this is you select the row, hit on tab, and once you hit on tab, you are able to, oops, that didn't quite work. Okay, let's see here. There we go. So now you are able to type in the logbook. Another feature that's there is the flight computer. And the flight computer gives you all sorts of information about temperature, range, and you can reset the fuel burn. And also it gives you the left crosswind component as well as the headwind component, which is a very good feature. It's very good information for you to know. And you can of course reset the fuel burn. So, and also there is a complete checklist from pre-flight to approach and landing, which is also a very useful thing for you to use if you like to follow, you know, the accurate checklist of the aircraft. All right. So what we're going to do, I almost forgot, there is also a tow feature, and you can use it to tow the aircraft before engine start. There is also a very small control panel here, which gives you quick access to everything that we just mentioned. So you have your checklist here, you have the flight computer, you have the logbook, and the tow service so that you can tow your aircraft. This one here toggles power from ready for takeoff to cold and dark state. All right, so we are now ready to power up the aircraft. Let's go ahead and turn on the battery. Battery is on, and we'll put the fuel selector on the left tank, and prop is all the way forward. And now we can crack the throttle just a little bit and turn on the fuel pump. Mixture on rich, and now you can see the fuel flow. Right, we'll go to mixture to idle, and we'll start the engines. Okay, and we'll advance the mixture now to rich. Okay, we'll keep RPM at about 1,000. Right, and alternator on. We should have turned on the beacons, so beacon and anti-collision lights are on, and the pitos are now on. Okay, so we are now ready to taxi to the runway. Let's turn on our avionics, and we'll turn on our DME, or distance measuring equipment, and let's set the squawk to 1200, and we'll put this on altitude. And now we are pretty much ready to taxi to the runway. So let's release the parking brake and head to the runway. All right, and let's go ahead and do full throttle. Rotate at about 80 knots. Right, we're airborne now. And we're going to maintain 90 knots for our climb. Positive rate, gear up. Okay, let's begin a right turn here. Let's make a right turn here and clear those mountains, and then we'll do a few maneuvers. All right, folks, we are at about 2,200 feet now, and we've cleared the mountains, so the area is clear in front of us. Let's go ahead and do a few maneuvers. So we'll do a right rudder, and And as you can see, it's very, very fluid. And we'll do left rudder. And again, it's very, very fluid indeed. Yeah. Let's just make sure that we're away from these. Okay. So let me just turn just a little bit here. Alright, so here's what we're going to do now. This aircraft is equipped with a warning system, landing gear warning system. And if you put the throttle below a certain point, then you should start getting some warnings. So let's do that. There we go. That's the landing gear warning. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a stall. So I'm going to reduce power just a bit, and then I'm going to start pitching up. So let's pitch up. Stall now. There we go. That's the stall warning. Let's pitch down. Give it a little bit of power. So we've done our normal test, normally the test that I do to kind of put the aircraft to the test. And what I'm going to do now is let's check where the airport is. So the airport is somewhere right over there, okay? So here's what we'll do. We'll do some right and left turns with rudder. So first let's do left turn with rudder. Now we'll do a right turn with rudder. Yeah. Alright folks, now that we've done our maneuvers, let's go ahead and head back over to the airport and land the aircraft. And the airport is right over there. That's the runway. So let's make our turn and we'll begin our descent as well. The approach speed for this aircraft is about 17 knots with the flaps fully down. Right, let's go ahead and do first degree flaps. A little bit of crosswind. And we are clear to land now. And we're at about 80 knots and our speed continues to reduce, so I think we should be fine. See, there is a little bit of a crosswind there. This brings us to the conclusion of our video today. The Prepar3D Arrow III by Just Flight is without a doubt a lot of fun to fly, and I'm confident to recommend it anytime. I sure do hope that a lot more improvements will be brought into this aircraft to even make it more realistic and immersive. Until next time, please take care of yourselves and each other, and I will see you all very soon. Thanks for watching, and bye-bye for now.